Shalom. I want to start by giving all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahushai, Bahashem Ruach Kodash. Double honors to our venerable apostles and elders, our great millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the Lord's elect, the house of David. All right, so Brother Aharon coming back at you with another lesson. Lord willing to be edifying and uplifting unto the elect. All right, and this is actually, probably not going to be a whole lesson, but it was a dream that I had this morning. And I was just thinking about it, just meditating, hey man, we're entering into some very, very dark times. All right. And this dream that I had, it was like, I'll say about a week ago or so. Yeah, I was, meditating in the car, and I was like, Lord, it's like things are not really happening right now. We get into that time where you're starting to feel that tension, like everything is so quiet, but it's like any day, it could be that day where things just unravel, So, you in that kind of like limbo, so I'm in the car and I was just speaking, meditating, and I asked the Lord, I said, Lord, show me something, show us something, show us something about, and then the Spirit came like, what do you want to know? So I said, basically, this whole Vanessa situation, there's so much going on about this thing that is tricky. We understand what the end goal is and how these devils want to roll this thing out and lead it into the fulfillment of the 13th chapter. All right, with the so-called mandates that they had, and then they took it off. Basically the way of living. This whole digital world that we're shifting everything into, or they're shifting everything into, and leading the masses into it. All right, we understand that this Vanessa had to play a big role. Okay, so at the same time, we understand what their depopulation agenda is also all about, right? How they've already planned to use so-called inoculations to depopulate the earth. Okay, going back to the so-called Georgia Guidestones. All right, so we have that understanding of that, but in this very time, it's hard to pinpoint what's actually really happening. So I want to know what exactly is this whole Vanessa thing about, and how is it going to play out? And I had a dream this morning that pretty much answered it. So a few months ago, I believe the National Guard and FEMA, right? I believe the National Guard and CDC, all right, were conducting so-called drills, simulations, and so on and so forth, of a case of a so-called zombie apocalypse. That's what they were saying, right? And then a few months ago, you go on the CDC website. It actually has something known as preparedness for a zombie apocalypse. The whole zombie stuff, right? They show you that in so many movies. Makes you wonder where they're gonna get this, where they get this idea, from. All right. So, long story short, this dream, all right, was it was like in a class setting. Anybody who's been in high school or college, like the setting that they have, it was like that, and I remember just sitting in class, and then all of a sudden, like I looked at the time, it was like 5:15 in the evening, but the sun hadn't gone down yet, So then all of a sudden, I see students getting up, like people checking their time, they're getting up, they're leaving, and everybody's kind of like, oh, I gotta go, oh, my time, I gotta, and I'm like, man, class is still in session. Why are these people just getting up at my side? Is there something I'm missing, So I'm questioning, like, what's going on, So then later on, I see the professor, like she in a rush, hurry. All of a sudden, she said, "Oh, class, since everyone is gone," I'm like, wait. It's myself and about 5, 6, 7 students left in the class, out of a class of almost 40 students. Everyone just got up and left. So I'm here like, I need an explanation. What's going on? So the professor is like, we'll talk about this later. I gotta go before the sun goes down. That's what she said. So then I'm like, yo, the sun is about to go down, but why? Is there something going on that people are just having to rush home this quickly? So I stepped out the class, I was like, well, if everybody's leaving, then I'm out. So I grabbed my shit and I left. So then I saw this girl that I used to deal with, some years ago. You know, I saw her and she recognized me right away. But the way she looked at me, it was a quick, sharp look. Like boom, like she saw something. Because she like her back was turned to me. You know, and she looked sharply at me, boom, just like that. And I kind of jumped because I was like, oh, whoa, like And then I said, oh, so I recognized her. I said, oh, yo, I mentioned her name. She said, oh, you, and she mentioned my name. So I got close to her, about to give her a hug, and then she's like, wait, I have to tell you something. I said, oh shit, okay, what's up? She said, you were asking what was going on, so I'm here to give you the answer. And I said, oh shit, okay, what's up? So what's going on? And she said that those who took the shot, the jump shot, all right, one of the side effects was that they actually turned, into the so-called zombies. All right. She said it was a neurological disorder, some shit like that, and it was like a common thing. It was a normal thing. So the government's already made it clear, like, yo, after a certain time, you got to be home. If you're outside, you're going to be arrested and all that shit. So people got used to that. So when people were starting to turn, like you have people who are all of a sudden they feel weird, they look weird, and then they just like, she said that she said her appetite for blood increases drastically. That's what she said. I said, oh, that's like damn near like you trying to commit cannibalism there. That's basically what you're doing. And she was like, yeah, but they can't help it. I said, oh shit, okay. And she said, oh, it only activates during sundown. The moment the sun goes down, then them demons rise on them, right? And then they become that like infested, like they looking for people to eat. But when the sun come up, then they become normal, regular, like it doesn't do anything to them. I said, ah. And then I said, so, all right, so the sun is about to go down right now. Are you going to be wanting to eat me too? Because I'm standing right next to you. And she said she wants to. She said her just like, she yearns to grab me, but she can't. I said, why? She said, because of the light. That's what she said. She said, because of the light. And I said, what light? She said, you have a light. You radiate a light. And I said, is that why whenever I'm like walking and there are no lights everywhere, I be seeing you guys as eyeballs because I see your eye reflection? She said, yeah, because the light that's within you, or she said the light that's with you shines, and then that's how you're able to see us. I said, oh. And then she said, yeah, that same light is what stops her or anyone from doing anything to us. She said, I could come close to you. And I said, so if I stand in the midst of these zombies right now, you mean to tell me they're not going to eat me? She said they'll come close. They'll try to grab you, but they can't. They physically can't touch you. They can't do anything to you. Oh man! I said, all right, let me put this to the test. So I went into the hallway, and mass students. I'm talking, like a lot of students. Where like some of them were checking their locker, some of them were walking in the hallway, but it wasn't regular people. It was like you could see that there was something wrong. Some of them had like hunchback. Some of them kind of like they bent their knees and they crouched kind of like in the corner, like shaking. Like just like how they show you in the movies. And then they like I was standing there, so some of them saw me. They looked up, they saw me, and they're like, oh, they started coming towards me, and I'm here like backing up, like, yo, what the fuck, And then it's like they'll try to grab me, but then they're not able to. It's like this guy, let me stop, But that's what she said. She said it's the light. She said you got like there's a light, and then that's within you. And then she said anyone who doesn't have that light, that's free money. That's food right there. That's food right there. So I said, oh shit, wow, that's crazy. So I said, oh well, hey, thanks for letting me know. She said the only reason why she's telling me is because she knew me, like she knew me from the past. And I said, oh, that's what's up, yo, thanks, man, I appreciate it. So I'm leaving. I step outside, and yo, it was like the skies were red. It was like fire. Like, when there's a fire in the atmosphere, there's fire and then you look up in the atmosphere and then you see orange. Yeah, like that. It looked like reddish, orangish color, and it felt hot. Like shit was going down. Like it just felt like chaos everywhere, man. So I looked outside. I see cars like you see the cars like crash, and then you got the smoke coming out of it. And then a whole bunch of these zombies just running around chasing people. You hear people screaming. So I stood there and I was watching this shit. Like I'm literally standing there watching this shit. Like, yo, oh shit, like look what's going on. Like You have somebody who run into their car and then they'll just swarm the car with speed. Boom, 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 boom. They'll grab the person. I'm like, oh shit. So I got in my car, and I started driving off, and nothing happened. Nobody else. It's like standing in the middle of, like, it's like a rock standing, and then there's like river passing by. I didn't feel threatened. I didn't feel anything. I felt normal. It's like like today. Like if a brother goes out right now, how you feel when you're outside, that's how I felt. Normal, regular. You don't feel any extra, special, nothing. But nothing could happen to you. That was the feeling that it was. So I just felt so sick. I was just driving like regular, like ain't nothing going on. But yet, all hell was breaking loose. All hell was breaking loose, man. So, I woke up out of the dream, and I was telling my brother about it, and as I'm driving back, I'm just meditating. I'm like, yo, I did ask for like more, like a little bit more, like of what's actually happening, and through the dream, I was like, man, that's that thing, man, that V, that thing is way more sinister, all right, than I actually anticipated and I thought, it's like Esau really. He tapped into some type of high level demons to come up with some shit like this, man. Because I was like, yo, like with the way the girl was describing it, she was like, yeah, and we didn't know. So it's just like it transforms. Like at sundown, we all become this, and this is what we do. And I'm like, what the fuck, So, hey, we'll wait and see what happens. Just sit back and watch. Because like all of a sudden they just pull back all these so-called restrictions, and it's just weird, man. But it's not the end yet. Now we get into the times, because Howard Shai talked about what these are all the beginning of sorrows. Okay, you're starting to see, Russia being provoked. It's almost like they're on the time limit. These so-called American bastards, Biden and his crew, they acting like they're on a time crunch. Like every day. Russia can invade any day now. It's like, and Russia keep coming back and saying, bro, we're not invading shit. Can you calm down and stop with all this madness? But Esau, both sides are all controlled. All right, but we're leading into some very, very crazy times, man. Some very, very crazy times. So, hey, we're gonna see, man. I spoke to this old lady that I grew up with, earlier today. And she was telling me, man, it's sad, bro. She's like, hey, life right now, in terms of like happiness, there's really no happiness in this world right now that we're living in. And I said, yeah, because we're in the times of the beginning of sorrows. So at least I'm glad you realize, because the fact that you're saying that means that you understand that something is off. You're not like these other people that clearly something is off, but they don't see it. They act like they don't see it. And those are the people that the Most High about to mess up real bad, man. Real bad. They live in this illusion, this crazy world, But they about to get that reality check. But, just speaking to her, man, and she said, yo, it's tough out here. She said all her friends that, life is just there's a division everywhere. So the few people that she knows and she goes to talk to, and, friends that she's known for years, she's like, yo, all she keep hearing is death. One day you hear, oh, this person died. Oh, this person died. It's like, damn, what's going on? Like, people just dropping left and right. And when she said that, I was like, here we go. You see? So, hey, man, she's not the only one. A lot of people are just going by the wayside after they went and messed with this V shot. This V power right there. All right. So, hey. We gotta stay humble, stay in the spirit as best as we can, man, because the Lord is fighting for us. All right, the angels are fighting for us, and Yahushua is waiting. He's pushing for us to finish that race. All right, we're almost there. So, the hell is going to intensify because we're at the end. And the scripture says, he that endureth, all right, the same shall be saved. All right, so we gotta endure this temptation. We gotta endure these times that we're coming in. All right, we gotta suffer it. All right, we gotta suffer it, but hey, it's almost there. We're almost there. All right, we're almost there. So I'm gonna leave it off there. Just wanted to share that with you, brothers and sisters. All right, just stay attentive and keep watching. The Lord about to do some things, man. Most High Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is about to do some things. All right, and we who are in the spirit can see it. All right, we're almost there. All right, all hell is about to break loose here in America, Babylon the Great, and around the world. All right, so stay tuned. All right, so Lord willing, you've been edified. I'm going to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Kodash, the water Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And until next time, Shalom.